before they moved on to the TAD tournament. Um, that brought back all sorts of old players.
Yeah, I remember
So,
that sad tournament.
so a lot of players were playing Nilla a lot back then because of those, I think. Okay, just
That's
off of
interesting.
first glance at the minimap, this looks much more reasonable, I think.
Yeah,
One, two. Yeah, I think Hitty might have one more hunt sort of on his side, but the three hunts that spawned in the middle are all leaning slightly towards Lucas right now. So with walking and stuff like that, it'll probably be fine.
yeah, seems like it.
Seems pretty good this time around.
Yeah,
So just pause for a moment. Hitty said that there's a lot of lag at the beginning, so this should hopefully clear some of that up. Um, Comet said that your donation bar was blocking part of the
yeah,
UI
I
earlier. You
fixed
fixed
that.
that?
Yeah, I moved it
All right,
down.
cool.
Kind of curious to see the scouting
Are you
patterns.
ready? Yes.
Yeah, so one thing about this map that not a lot of people really know is the groups of two yaks, like these ones, they all spawn along the middle of the map. So there's one in the very middle, one on the right, one on the left. It looks like Hitty's actually walking towards both the left and right. Not sure if he knows exactly where those yaks spawn, but he is going to pick up a couple for his troubles. Oh,
We can ask for another rehost. I mean,
yeah, I'm just asking him real quick.
okay. This is the kind of thing that would be a rehost if we haven't been like, if it hasn't been like for 30 minutes. But
Mm-hmm. So I'm not really sure how I feel about this matchup. Um, I think if I was India, Japan would be one of the few civs I'd be scared to
yeah,
look into,
I think
just because you don't have a super good follow up after your initial sort of rush as India, and
yeah.
Japan scales really well.
Yeah, I feel like the typical 12 seat boy, if you like prepare for it with a decent build, is pretty easy to stop for Japan. I mean, I'd still
Mm-hmm.
favor India because if they do the follow up properly, I'd still favor India. But like Japan, it's not impossible for Japan. Okay, so
Yeah, the longer the game goes, I think the better it is for Japan
yeah,
as well. One of the advantages that India has over other civs, where they don't run out of natural resources as quickly as some civs like maybe British or France with comparable economies. Japan avoids that even more than India does. And ooh, Lucas
yeah,
is managing to steal that 85 wood away from Hitty. That's going to be an extra shrine.
yeah, and
We
then
feel
just
pretty
poops
should
away.
be feeling pretty good about that.
Yeah, for sure.
But yeah, I don't know. I've played this matchup a fair bit recently as Japan, and it seems pretty close. So we'll have to see what they choose to go for.
So Lucas went for the 3 boat shipment, and this is standard on pretty much any sea map. Uh, Most people agree that the 3 boat shipment is just better than Heavenly Kami.
Mm-hmm. Seems like recently people have been sending Kami less and less
Yeah,
when there's good alternatives, like on water maps especially. Just makes it easier to have a more consistent age up time. You're not always dropping your wonder at like 3 minutes and 30 seconds or 4 minutes even, and also gives you a slightly better early economy and early colonial.
yeah. Another cool thing about the 3 boats is if they rush you with landing at sea, they're not idled.
Mm-hmm. and it also helps preserve your cherry orchards a little bit
Yeah.
longer than normal.
Yeah.
Yeah, overall, it just tends to help a lot more than Kami does in the early game. And oftentimes, if Japan survives the early game, regardless of whether or not they've sent Heavenly Kami, their economy is still going to be better than most other civs. So
Yeah.
I'm liking the decision so far. Hitty is going up with a 4 dagger fort in the middle to give him sort of some more map control, maybe some more pressure over the shrines and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if he's going to do a heavy Sepoy rush, just because I believe he placed that wonder fairly late, like around 3:30-ish.
Yeah.
So he's probably not going to be up for at least another 40 seconds or so.
And I think the aggro could also be placed more aggressive if you were going for a rush, like here, maybe.
Mm-hmm. I have no idea what he's doing with this bill right now.
Seems like a
He just said
rally.
it might be. It was on the Agar fort, and then he just sort of walked it over there.
Yeah, it's weird. I think he's gonna go for this wood treasure. He and
Could-
Lucas have been circling it for like 2 minutes, but Lucas is. on it.
Lucas has opted to go for the shrines instead
Yeah.
of focus on it, yeah. The Vil could just be here to babysit this 65 coin, maybe.
Not sure.
Alright, immediate racks going down for Lucas, and along with a couple walls, so
Yeah.
he's getting ready for the potential rush. And it's not going to be an easy position to break by any means.
Yeah.
Yeah, so 5.5 minute age time for Hitty. If he's planning to do some sort of Sepoy rush, this is going to be a pretty slow one.
Yeah.
Ooh, dropping a stable on the side, trying to hide it, I guess. That's what the Vil is for, maybe.
Yeah.
So I wonder if he could be sending something like 4 Soars right now, and then training some Soars on top of it, and just hoping to catch Lucas with his pants down
Yeah.
with like the standard Yumi defense.
Because he knows that the typical response to a forward aggro is to train Yumi, so yeah, might be to catch him off guard and kill his Yumi.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, 600 coin coming in. So definitely going to be using that 600 coin to train some Soars.
Definitely.
Picking up the 90 wood.
Looks like Lucas won the yak war. He has 6 yaks on his Tagashu and then like 2 more up here.
Yeah, 8 yaks to 4. Going to be pretty good for Lucas.
I mean, the question is if the Soas can even get into position to hit those Yumi, because Lucas has built his base very well, and there's only like 2 paths that the Soas can go through, and those can be blocked by Vils or Minutemen.
Mm-hmm.
Training a couple Ashy with his next batch.
But he's got 15 Soar. I don't know if 3 Ashi and a few irregulars are going to be enough to hold this.
Yeah.
He is grouping them together with the monks, which is going to slow them down a little bit, but I don't know. We'll have to see how this goes. Vil's popping out just to try and stop some the
Yeah.
pathing, the Soars a little bit. Regulars
And-
popping out on top of those as well. And I think Lucas is going to be holding this pretty well.
Yeah. he's
Soars
held
are
this.
kind of not attacking the ideal units. More Ashy popping out. And yeah, Hitty is going to be trying to get out of there with a few Soar, looks like.
Yeah. Looks like they don't know how to path. He lost all of them, I think. All but one.
Yeah, that was a good hold by Lucas.
Yeah.
Just sitting his Yumi in the tiny little choke point there and then blocking it with the Vils and the irregulars. Made
Yeah.
it really difficult for the Soar to get any sort of meaningful surround.
A lot of that was the sick base building, I think.
Mm-hmm. It was very tight, very hard for any units to get into. And now he's dropping a stable. And he's also been doing quite a boat-heavy build. Got the boats from the Portuguese consulate, sent 5 boats as well. So he's not going to be having the Portuguese Bastilleros anytime soon, but definitely going to have a pretty solid economy. Those cherry orchards are not going to need to be replaced anytime soon.
Yeah, and Lucas is ahead in market techs as well.
Mm-hmm. And Hitty's coming in now with 10 Seaboy. Looks like he's not going to try to contest any of the shrines for the moment. So definitely giving Lucas a lot of time here.
Yeah. This 600 coin, I think Lucas is looking to age. It's a pretty good way to extend a lead with Japan.
Mm-hmm.
With the pavilion and the vet ups, his units get a lot stronger when aging the fortress.
Also switching to Japanese consulate, looks like. So we'll be doing slightly more damage. 4 Nagi coming out. Could just be doing some big Nagi switch.
Yeah.
He knows that Hitty doesn't have a lot of units. He could probably really easily break that aggro fort if he wanted to with another like 10 to 15 units or so. And Hitty doesn't even have a consulate up yet. So there's not going to be any Minutemen to hold any sort of timing.
Sending out these 6 Ashi. He's going to find the stable. Looks like those were just shift-clicked and Lucas wasn't looking, so that Phil is going to survive.
Distracted by the Gurkha and Seapoy in his base.
I think Lucas can crush that if he goes in.
Yeah, just biding his time though. He knows that he doesn't need to take any unnecessary engagements until he's super comfortable.
Yeah.
You just wait for that critical Nagi mass. Daimyo coming in too. So his army's really strong right now with the extra 20% attack. 15% from the Daimyo, 10 or 5% from the consulate.
Yeah.
And I think maybe another batch of Nagi, and this is probably going to be go time for Lucas.
I thought the Daimyo was 10%.
It might be 10%. I'm not 100% sure. Ashy Raid going to be idling some bills. They're going to find these ones over here on exposed on the right too.
It's going to kill like 1 or 2.
Oh no, and the raid's distracting him. Gurkha's getting caught out of position.
Yeah. I think Lucas just cleans that up now.
Yep, definitely a very dominant army for Lucas. More Nagi coming in to snare. Yeah, and it's gonna be the game. I think he had a decent game plan to sort of punish the Yumi, but he kind of overcommitted when all the stuff blocked from the TC, and he didn't really do a whole lot of scouting early on to see exactly how Lucas was preparing to hold any sort of early aggression, so he wasn't maybe super prepared for the super tight building wall and stuff like that.
It looks
so.
It looks like he didn't idle his TC at 14 Vils, so his age up was a bit late, and so his Nagi timing was a bit late then, because if he had aged like 30 seconds earlier, those Nagis can, I mean those Sowars can be in his base 30 seconds earlier.
Mm-hmm. Age time was definitely big this game, and that just might come down to inexperience with the Asian civs maybe. Both how he handled playing as Japan and how he played India this game. As you said, he has played plenty of vanilla, so might not be as familiar with some of these civs as Lucas is.
Yeah.
Yes.
Lucas is locking Aztec. And Hitty might counter with Brit. I'm not sure. Brit or Dutch. Seems like.
Yep, we'll have to see. Aztecs a pretty good map, or pretty good civ on a non-TP map like Gran Chaco, I think. So
Yeah. Like
I like that choice.
normally Brit versus Aztec is Brit favored, but on this map it might, like, I think it would still be Brit favored, but might lean a bit more towards Aztec.
Yeah, I don't know. I think this is going to be pretty awkward with Hitty's civ pool. He
Yeah.
probably doesn't want to play German or France on a non-TP map, and I feel like Dutch is pretty hard to play against Aztec. Brit can also be pretty hard to play against Aztec, but Brit might be his best chance here.
Yeah. Feel like
Thing is, the map is so open.
yeah.
Just outside, like, or surrounding your TC, like one screen around your TC in every direction is like really open, which makes it hard to defend a lot of early aggression because you don't have any of those natural wall barriers or choke points to abuse.
Yeah.
Let me just look him up real quick and see what other civs he plays.
Looks like he will be going with France.
Okay. France seems like a reasonable pick.
Yeah, I think France can still do it even though the non-TP favors Aztec a bit. I mean, I think it could still be.
Yeah, I don't think non-TP is terrible for France. It's definitely not ideal, but the native scout will help a lot in identifying some of those early treasures and grabbing those early llamas, which are all really big on this map. There's a lot of big coin treasures and XP and food treasures on this map, and there's 8 llamas to pick up for either player, spawning next to each of those pawns.
Yeah.
And the native scout will also help him identify where Lucas's warhead is and potentially how aggressive Lucas is going to be in early colonial. Whereas British wouldn't have that advantage.
Yeah.
So
I agree with France not being that bad on TP maps. Like, they prefer the TP, but like, they don't suffer as much on a non-TP map as a civ like German or Euro would.
Mm-hmm. And with a map as open as this one, actually, it might be harder for Lucas to punish any exposed villagers gathering to the left or right of Hitty's starting TC, just because the CDB themselves can join in the fight pretty easily.
Yeah. So you're gonna handle the pause again, I guess?
Yeah, I'll pause.
I think the hunts look fair, right?
Yeah, they look more or less even.
Yeah.
Mines are quite a bit better for Lucas, though.
Oh, I wasn't looking at mines, yeah.
Hitty kind of only has the one mine in his base, and then all of the other ones are out front or even in the middle of the map.
Yeah.
Whereas Lucas has a mine in base and 2 behind his TC.
Yes.
This is why Colorado needs to be a more popular map, because it spawns the exact same way every single time, and you never have to worry about map screws.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I'm the only person who likes that map, and it makes me sad.
Yeah, like I was gonna say, I'm personally not a fan of the map design.
The map design's a bit different, but at least the resources are very consistent.
Yeah, that's true.
All right, this time around, it looks like mines look pretty identical.
Now I'm worried about
Hunts.
hunts for Hitty. Might be okay.
They look pretty okay.
Yeah, like this one is definitely manageable, so yeah, I think it's okay.
Yeah, they both have roughly the same amount of hunts, and then the majority of the hunts have all spawned sort of parallel to their TCs, so along the middle there.
Yeah.
I think this is probably good.
This. Oh, never mind. The llamas are just inside the hunt. I didn't.
Yeah,
see the
I
llamas
was
on the main
looking.
map.
I was looking at that too. Didn't look like there were any llamas there for a moment.
Yeah. See if there's any really good treasures. This map only has tier 2 treasures, right? I guess it doesn't go above tier 2.
Are you ready?
Has tier 2 and tier 1, yeah.
Yeah.
70 wood though spawning inside of Lucas's base.
Yeah,
Gonna
that's
be
really
pretty nice.
Off a wood start, too. That means he doesn't have to gather for hunting dogs. He can go fire pit, house, and market, and not have to shop for hunting dogs.
And sadly, I don't think Hitty saw this treasure, just barely missing 100 food there.
Yeah.
But he could potentially find that later if he goes for herding or anything like that. So small advantage for Lucas early on. Not going to make a super big deal until transition, though. I guess it is going to help him get an early hunting dogs, maybe. He is dropping down that market and gathering some gold. So definitely is going to help him a bit.
This is cool. Hitty might... Oh, turned around. I thought he was going to get those 2 llamas.
It's close. He might not know exactly where all the llamas spawn.
Yeah.
For anyone who's not super familiar with this map, the llamas all spawn next to the 2 ponds. There's 2 groups of 2 llamas per pond, so 4 llamas per pond. And each pond spawns right next to either player. So if you ever play on this map, an easy way to grab the llamas is just walk to the ponds, And good treasures tend to spawn next to the ponds as well, so you really have nothing to lose.
Yeah, it looks like they're gonna break even on llamas this game.
Mm-hmm. I would be really surprised if Aztec managed to get more than 4 llamas with just one explorer.
It seemed like it might be possible because he walked past the pond with his scout and missed the other 2.
Mm-hmm.
Looks like he rotated his market.
Yeah, you might not be aware of that rule.
So,
Let me just inform him.
yeah. It's just a warning the first time, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, unless it, like, clearly affects the game, then it's just a warning. Why is he pausing? Oh.
Mhm.
So I think Lucas is gonna come across that 105 coin. So
Yeah, I think Lucas has had a pretty good advantage in the treasures in the early game. Hitty managed to walk his lead of scout around the left and his explorer on the right and somehow miss all the big treasures, unfortunately.
yeah.
That does not sound good.
Yeah. Wouldn't be happy if I puked in the middle of a tournament match. He's just gonna play.
Yeah, that's rough.
I hope it wasn't like on a. I hope it was like in a like sink or something, and not like.
Well, he was pretty silent right
Yeah.
after he paused, so
I
I
guess
imagine he made a run for it.
Yeah, I guess he made it to
Yikes.
the bathroom.
That's not fun, especially during a tournament game. Of all the times that you feel unwell. So we'll just give him a couple minutes to make sure that he's all good to go.
Wait, sounds like he didn't make it to the bathroom.
I don't know.
He should clean that up then, right? Like, clean it up immediately. I don't know.
Maybe he already did. Like, we don't know how bad it was.
Yeah.
Anyway, I guess we'll focus on the game now. Hopefully he's feeling a bit better. Looks like both players are going to be aging pretty soon.
Yeah. Lucas with the fast age up, which is standard for Aztec, and he's gonna find that 100 food just a bit low.
So you might know Lucas a little bit better than I do, but does he usually go for like the super aggressive style of Aztec, where you just kind of go for like 700 wood and you just send all your unit shipments back to back?
Like normally I've known Lucas to be a very aggressive player in general, but he also does. It looks like this game he's gonna do the War Priest build, which I have seen him do a couple times before. Just I guess max War Priest as soon as possible, and that's why he has like 10 vills dancing on it.
Interesting. So not going to be dropping any sort of forward war hut, at least not immediately. Does he tend to do like a sort of fast fortress style build, or just like a sort of contained sort of thing with this?
I feel like it'll be colonial.
Okay. So that's definitely going to give Hitty some time.
Yeah.
Although personally, if I were Hitty, and I hadn't scouted Lucas's base yet, I would be really concerned because I don't know where the warhead is.
Yeah. I feel like France can beat this with a strong must-cuss timing, like while they're maxing War Priests and not making units.
Or even like an early age up would be probably pretty effective against this sort of slower build.
Yeah.
Explorer is getting snared by Lucas over here. It's going to make scouting a little bit more difficult. Looks like the native scout is checking the middle of the map for potential war hut right now. Not seeing anything. I'm not sure if he'll think to check the base for any sort of war hut or fire pit shenanigans, but looks like he is pathing towards there.
Infantry trains faster could, and that's to get his war priests out faster.
That's a really good alternative to the 3 warrior priest card.
Yeah.
You end up getting your 10 warrior priests at pretty much the same time as if you sent 3 warrior priests, and then you also just have all of your units training faster. So
yeah, I
assume
like that Lucas
decision.
has done the math. He usually knows all the stats for stuff like this.
Even if it was a little bit slower for the 10 warrior priests, just the extra like 200 wood you'd save on training those units a lot faster is probably worth it.
Yeah.
Also gives you an easier time. You'll have an easier time defending your base as well if you choose to go for some sort of fortress or anything. You just cancel the age up and queue a bunch of units. 5 husks coming across the map. It looks like Hitty smells that something is afoot.
Lucas is Puma in queue, so he should be okay.
Interesting. Hitty sent 2 Courtois forward. I wonder if he'll be dropping a Rax or 2 pretty soon and trying to punish this defensive play. Husk's not going to be super effective against the Puma, but he is splitting up his groups. Might be able to pick off the War Chief or something here.
Yeah.
It's a little bit risky to go in for that. Not going to go for it. Just content to sort of figure out what's going on with the Hussar and get out. Okay, yeah, he is going to drop 2 forward Raxes. So we are going to see some sort of timing. Probably going to be must-cuss, just based on the fact that he hasn't switched his vills off of gold.
I feel like it's delayed because he sent 4 vills first, and then it's not a TP map, so the 700 wood is late, so... Yeah, and Lucas has just been booming for like 3 minutes now. I feel like it might be too late for this time.
We'll have to see. At the same time, like, I'm not sure that an earlier timing would be any more effective, right? With all the warrior priests dancing for like warriors and stuff, and TC fire and Warhut fire. If you have a smaller army, but it's a little bit earlier, I'm not sure that it would be any more effective, right? So maybe this sort of slightly slower timing manages to get a few more units, maybe it might be more effective. We'll have to see.
Lucas is saving the age. I assume, yeah, 600 coin is popping. Has popped.
Okay, and I don't think Lucas has any idea about the Raxes, so he could be in for a surprise here. We'll see if Hitty waits for some more units before he commits.
Okay, so
oh, but the alligator is gonna spot the muskets, maybe. All right. Well, now he definitely knows that they're there because of the war hut.
So Lucas is sticking with his initial plan, aging up, and yeah.
He almost getting a Vil in the back, but not quite. Chased away by one Puma. All right, 10 more muskets coming in.
Yeah.
It's only Puma here to defend these muskets for now.
I wonder if Lucas wanted to do the... He sent 600 coin again. Like, I wonder if he wanted to do the FI. But... Wait,
Possibly.
He just canceled his age up, I think.
All right, 10 mace coming out. Going to be forcing the muskets back.
Yeah.
Hussar still in the back, keeping up the pressure on the villagers there.
He just canceled and re-queued his age up. That's really... Oh, he's taking out... He took out a Vil. He's going to get another...
Yeah, I think that's 4 or 5 Vils
killed
already for Hitty.
I completely missed that somehow.
He killed 2 on the front that were trying to build the house with his muskets, and then 2 on the back.
No, I did get those, okay. Yeah. I'm just distracted by the fact that Lucas canceled and re-queued his age up. I wonder what that...
Yeah, he's probably just concerned about this timing. Jaguar is popping out. Gonna be cleaning up the muskets pretty easily with some more mace popping as well. The warriors. 10 more muskets coming in.
Yeah.
If Hitty could just bring these hussars in to snare, he could potentially win this fight.
Yeah, these
but
maces are
he's
moving
just losing
out
so many
but
musketeers for free.
I think Lucas is the better army at the moment.
Might be overstepping a little bit.
Yeah.
Okay. Not gonna commit to that. Yeah, I think Hitty definitely had an opportunity to punish this age up there, but he's maybe just trying to do too much all at once with those hussars, and because of that, he wasn't quite able to get the war hut with his muskets. So it's a bit unfortunate. Is Lucas still aging? My UI isn't working properly.
Yeah, he's almost up.
Okay.
Yeah, I think.
Do you know what he's aging with? Skull Knights, maybe? Or Noble Hut?
I'm not sure. How do I check? Just go to text beam.
Yeah. I'm not sure. What's it called?
The shaman. We're gonna see right now anyway. Yeah, it's
the Noble's Huts.
It's actually gonna help Lucas here. I don't think that Hitty can do much with this army anyway.
Just getting so much XP off of those muskets. Just finally finished the big button from the fire pit, so he gets that extra XP off that War Chief's aura. So
yeah, it's really nice.
Any trades will be really good for Lucas. He's gonna get lots of shipments off of that. And this is a really tough position for any civ to be in, especially a civ like France where you don't necessarily want to be stuck in colonial all game.
Yeah. I like the 6 Ooks there. Because they beat Hussars and they do alright against muskets too. So they do okay against everything that Hitty has.
Definitely going to be balancing out unit composition. Just look at how much experience he's getting from killing these units.
Yeah.
60 XP per Hussar.
Yeah, that is insane.
Every 5 kills is like half a shipment almost.
That War Chief tanking so much. He's gonna get even more kills now.
Yeah, it's rough. And you know, this is part of the problem with choosing to go for muskets against Aztec is the mace just do so well against muskets that it's really hard to punish anything, because you don't have the range or the speed to ever catch them, and they do tons of damage to heavy infantry. So
Yeah. And Mace Puma is like the counter composition to Muskas.
dance back that war chief.
Pretty massive coyote right here.
Yeah, I'm gonna be thinking of a couple Cordoba. All right, Hitty's in Fortress now, though.
Yeah.
So he does still have a chance. Two Falcons are not super easy for Aztec to deal with.
According to the recalculated population, Hitty has more eco, but that doesn't account for the 10 war priests and the shipment spam that Lucas can do.
Mm-hmm. I'd have to say, just with the sheer military presence, Lucas is going to have an economic advantage, just because Hitty's probably not going to be able to gather as freely as he would like to.
That's true.
Lucas is walking in here with not a whole lot of anti-cav, though. Okay, Valk's popping out. Just going to be focused down.
Lucas just gonna go for it. Like I said before, he's very aggressive.
And again, that war chief just soaking up so much damage.
Couple good shots, maybe.
It looks like Hitty is going to clean this up, but at what cost, right?
I don't
He
think
lost
he's even
the
gonna
two
clean it.
Falcons.
Yeah.
With the CDB, I think he'll be fine.
If the Couriers had popped in front of the Falcons, maybe the Falcons were in a bit of a better position. Maybe he could have done more with that. This was a
I don't think he actually, at the time, I don't think he actually had any CDB in the TC.
Yeah,
though.
yeah, he didn't.
So
I mean, maybe if he did have those Couriers in the TC. This was a very ballsy push from Lucas, but it did work out, I guess.
definitely going to pay off, yeah.
Like, if I see the
So-
two Falcons and I see that I don't have any Cav and I just have, like, Mace and Ook, I would go back there, but Lucas ends up making the right call.
Mhm. And well, that's one of the things about Aztec too. Is even if you go even in a trade, you're usually going to be coming out ahead just because you're going to be getting so much more experience off of that trade.
Yeah.
And especially if you already have so much pressure on the map, if you're going even, it's going to be really hard for Hitty to gather freely without worrying about raids and stuff like that.
Yeah, he's on berries
He
right
does-
now. Hasn't mined in
yeah,
a while.
He has almost no gold income. Down almost 50 score. It's a rough position to be in. Lucas finally adding in some coyote runners. Native Scout does know what's up, and Hitty's just gonna try and get some free trades in. Looks like.
Yeah. Well, he picks off the skull, that's nice.
Hmm.
These three Kurs aren't gonna do much. They're just gonna die to the Ooks really quickly.
Yeah, and this might be the game right here.
Yeah, this is probably it.
Doesn't have any answer to the coyotes, and after this fight, how can he possibly defend
Yeah.
his hunt?
So,
And that's gonna be all she wrote, I guess. You know, I think Hitty actually had a good opportunity to win this game with that timing.
yeah.
But just if he just had his Hussar with his units while he was sieging that war hut, I think that war hut would have gone down for sure. But yeah, that's rough. Had to be sick during that game.
Yeah. Can't imagine.
Yes.
Either way, pretty convincing 2-0 for Lucas,
Been a
who
while.
I believe is now. Go on.
Yeah, I mean, I was just gonna say it's been a while since I puked, but I remember feeling really bad afterwards.
Yeah,
like for the rest of the
It's-
day even.
definitely not fun. But yeah, Lucas taking the 2-0 pretty convincingly. Gonna be moving on to the bracket stage to
Yeah.
play against I Am Soldier,
Yeah.
and I think that should be a pretty close series actually.
I'm gonna.
I think
I think Lucas is gonna take it, personally.
mm, I don't. I feel like you can never count Soldier out.
I've
He
got.
always seems to at least put up fight,
Yeah.
even in matchups where people uh, heavily favor the other player.
I've got to root. I've got to root for the treaty player here, though.
That's fair. That's fair. You got to root for your
Yeah.
comrade.